Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's your girl Pinky. I'm sorry it's been a while since I recorded a video. As you can see, I have bags under my eyes. I'm very tired. I'm gonna turn this down. So I did promise I was going to do a video, and since I just shut down, it is 7:15 in the morning and I am exhausted. But I said, you know what, let me go ahead and do this video and get it out the way. So I did say that I was going to post a video of what I used to do before I drove trucks. Now, I know we in a world full of judgmental people. I am not offended by people criticism, judgment, or negative comments, because I can give 2 cents fucks, excuse my French, but I'm just gonna keep it 100. Because everybody has a past, nobody is perfect, and nobody comes with a manual or a menu or a bio of themselves on when they're first born and created into this world and come out of their mother's womb to know who they're gonna be, how they're gonna be, where they're gonna be, and what their purpose is. You have to live life and experience life and go through trials and tribulations and endure in order to find yourself and also to find out what your actual purpose is to this world. So anyway, back to the subject. This is crazy. It's a very touchy situation, but really topic. I really don't like to talk about it, but before God put me on this journey of driving trucks, I used to be an exotic dancer. I danced for 3 to 5 years on and off. I had a part-time job at Amazing Lash Studio as a receptionist, and at night I danced. So yeah. I used to dance. Do I miss it? No. Do I think about it? Do I regret it? No. I mean, I had my ups and downs, dancing in a strip club, but I mean, I had to do what I had to do to survive. I was at a point in my life where I lost a lot, I gained a lot. I've been at a point where I had to sleep in my car, you know what I'm saying? So I had to do what I had to do. I danced at a strip club at night, made my money to put gas in my car, food in my stomach, hotel room to take showers, get up, go to my 9 to 5 job, and when I get off, I try to get some rest by sleeping in my car, and then I would go to, the strip club at night, and I would dance, make my little money, get a little hotel room, do it all over again. So that's how I survived. Then it got to a point where I got robbed, you know what I'm saying? I made good money. I mean, I had like $1,300, a little over $1,300 in my little bag. They took my car, my purse, my belongings, everything was in the car. I lost my driver's license, my social security card, my birth certificate, all my personal information in that car. I didn't know where to turn and where to go at that point. I had a friend, we're still friends to this day, named Dale. He used to work on my vehicle, and he's a mechanic. So he helped me out. It helped me get me back on my feet. I stayed with him for like almost 2 years. I still dance at the club on and off. But I met a truck driver in the strip club, and that's how I really got into the industry. Not to mention the fact that I kept seeing, truck advertisement, trucking school on Facebook, Instagram, just all different type of stuff. And I'm a very spiritual person. I'm the type that if I see something multiple times and it's constantly repeating itself, I know it's a sign from God trying to reach out to me to tell me something. So the first time was I worked the night in the strip club, and I met this truck driver, and he was real cool. He's a cool white dude. And we always talked. It got to a point that I would sit with him like for an hour or two and we just talk, you know what I'm saying? And he would just tip me. Didn't ask for a dance, didn't you know, persuade him into going to VIP, none of that. I just enjoyed the conversation. And you know, he would offer to tip me for my time, and I was like, you don't have to tip me. He was like, no, that's what you're here for. I'm here to, you know what I'm saying, this is a job, you know. I respect that, you know. But he used to always say, well, you know, this is not the place for you. Like, the way you are and the way you carry yourself and how you talk, you don't belong here. And I said, well, you know, I understand that, but I ain't got no choice, you know what I'm saying? I got to make money. I got to survive. And I actually connected with him in a way where I told him my situation, what I was going through. And he was like, you know, I've been there, I understand. He was like, you ever thought about driving trucks? And I was like, me? Driving a semi, an 18-wheeler. I'm like, hell no. I was like, He was like, why not? I was like, man, that thing is big. And I was like, I seen a couple of truck driving accidents and all type of stuff, and I'm like, that's dangerous. He's like, well, it's all about you being alert and taking your time. He was like, but it would help you out of the situation that you're in now. He was like, what you're doing right now, this is like a 9 to 5. It's not a guarantee. You don't know what you expecting to make at the end of the night. But if you get into trucking, that's a guaranteed paycheck every week. And you'll be able to get a place. You won't be living in your car, you know, struggling to make money, to get a hotel room, to shower, to have a bed to sleep in. He was like, you know, I'm just throwing, you know, giving you an option. He was like, if you ever think about going to trucking school or whatever, I know a trucking school you can go to that's actually here in Jacksonville, Florida. He was like, and I will basically give you the money. He said, whenever you're ready to go, he's like, here's my number, I'll give you the money to go to school. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, after a week of him telling me that, I did start seeing like advertisement of trucking and all that type of stuff. I apologize if the story is kind of like scattered all over the place. It's just like my anxiety is flaring up talking about this situation, because to me it's like embarrassing, but I know I had to go through it, and God had me go through it for a reason. And I'm not gonna lie to you, God done told me so many times, you need to tell your story. You need to tell your story, because somebody gonna watch this video and they gonna actually understand. You're gonna give them something. It's like give them a key to help them to open the next door of their journey, because somebody's out there going through a lot and they're trying to find a way out and they don't see a way out. And at that point in time in my life, I was in a dark place. I didn't see a way out, you guys. I tried everything I could, and it's like building a damn house out of goddamn dust. I built something and it just crumbled in my hands. And dancing was all I knew. But a week after talking with Phil, and I got robbed, man. Like, I had a 2001 Cadillac DeVille. All my clothes was in it. Like I said, my goal was to save up money to get a place. I was gonna get like a 1-bedroom apartment or a studio apartment. I'm just gonna go from there. I wound up quitting my daytime job because around that time I was dealing with an ex, and I went to jail behind this dude because I beat him up. I ain't gonna lie, I beat him up, and I went to jail for battery. So I had to do a year of probation. There was no victim contact or whatever, so I had to leave the place. So basically that's how I lost my apartment. But he was calling my job and everything and causing so much chaos, and I'm like, you just want me to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? And I had to get a police report on that. So that's the situation how I wound up end up in my car. But I quit my daytime job because of that. So I was just basically 100% relying on dancing in a strip club. And one day I got robbed. My car got stolen with everything in it. I had $1,300 saved up, and my best friend at the time, Dale, which we're still friends. I talk to him every once in a blue moon. He was telling me to stop going, like stop dancing. Like, I got you. Like, just take the bread you got, just stack it. We'll work on getting your social security card and birth certificate and all of that. And I ain't listening. And I wound up losing my car and everything. And I hit a mental breakdown at that point. Like, I had to go to the mental hospital. Like, depression hit me so hard. After that, I ain't see a way through how I was gonna make it. And if it wasn't for Dale, like, I'm telling you, God will put people in your life to help you through hard times. It's like, it's hard to describe. Like, I don't read the Bible like that, but I know God put it on my spirit. I can't think of the man's name, and I think it really is Elijah. Something is telling me it's Elijah. When Elijah walked in the desert, in the wilderness, God fed him from a bird's mouth. So that being said, like, even though I went through my wilderness, or you going through your wilderness, if you just hold on to the faith and just seek God's face and God's help, He will help you along the way. And one thing I learned was to be patient and to be grateful for the little things. Going through everything that I went through, it just taught me to be thankful, because it could be worse. When I look back on where I came from, where I'm at now in my life, I'm thankful. I can't complain, you know. But I went through a hard life, like, and I don't blame it on nobody. It's from the decisions I made. But I know I wasn't gonna post this video, but when I kept looking at my comments, and God kept putting it on my spirit, and it was like, somebody said it would be very interesting in knowing your story of what you was doing before you started your trucking journey. And I'm like, when I read that, I heard God say, I wonder too. I wonder when she gonna tell her story. And I'm like, okay, Father, like, just give me time, because it's a very touchy situation. But after that situation, long story short, I tried to get into trucking school, and I don't know why God put it on my spirit. There was somebody on Instagram that I'm friends with that actually had posted a video of his truck catching on fire due to some wires touching or whatever. So he was off the side of the road and his truck was on fire. So God put it on my spirit to reach out to this young man, and I asked him on Instagram. I was like, hey, are you still driving trucks? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, how did you start? Like, where did you go to start your journey in trucking? So he told me Roadmaster. So he gave me the information, and I wound up applying for it, talking to a recruiter, and they was telling me everything that I needed. And at that time, I didn't have my social security card and stuff, so it was a hard time for me to get my social security card, because at that time COVID was going, you know, the pandemic was around, and a lot of businesses was closed, so you had to like do a lot of things online or over the phone. And so it was a very big issue, because where Dale was staying at, Dale was living in a shed in a old couple's backyard, and it was a nice big shed. It had a bed, it had a TV, had a refrigerator, had a wall AC unit. He had a blow-up bed, I had a blow-up bed, and all my little knick-knack stuff that I did buy over time, I had it just nice and neat in a corner. Bro, and I tell you, I had to bathe from a fucking water bucket and water hose. And that's how I had to wash my ass, bro. Like, every day. It's been a very crazy experience. But I was thankful. I mean, it was better than being out there in the streets, sleeping under a bridge, no roof over my head, cold nights. You know, I couldn't complain. And that was my best friend. He helped me out a lot. I helped him when I had my car and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I always looked out for him. I always pulled up at the shop, checked up on him, throw him some money if he needed anything. So when he was there for me through it all. And how I got my social security card, this is how I know that God was telling me this was the opportunity for me, and nothing was going to stop it, because somebody reached out to me on Facebook and was like, hi, I'm curious to know if this is the person that owns this social security card that we found in Charlotte, North Carolina, in Hampton Inn. And they said this name popped up on Facebook, and this is the name that's on the social security card. So I seen the message, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I know my car got stolen with everything in it, and I was like, that might be my social security card. So they was like, well, can you message us the last 4 digits of the social security number to prove that it, this is you? So I sent them the last 4 digits of my social, and they was like, okay, somebody found your social security card in the hallway in our facility. Do you have an address that we can use so we can mail it to you? That was the first blessing. So I had begged Dale. I was like, because the couple didn't know I was living there. You know what I'm saying? Dale hid me. Dale had to hide me. So he was like, look, I'm going to ask them, can it be sent here? Just let them people know that. Just put my name on the envelope that it comes in. So I was like, okay. So I let the people know, gave them the address, whatever. So they said they're going to send it out first thing Monday morning. So it should get to me between 3 to 5 business days. That was the first blessing. Second blessing was the pandemic hit, had a stimulus check. I was able to get my driver's license. That was the second blessing. When I finally met the recruiter at Roadmaster, I got put in an application. They told me I had to do a drug test, which was a hair follicle and urine test. So I had gone ahead to set that appointment to do that. They told me I had to have my birth certificate, my social security card, my driver's license, all this little knick-knack stuff. So thank God I was able to get my birth certificate. Mr. Phil, which is the truck driver that I wound up keeping in touch with, he gave me the money for the school, for the down payment on the school. He gave me the money to go get my birth certificate, and he gave me bus fare. Long story short, I'm kind of trying to make this fast because I don't know how long my phone is going to record videos because I have so much stuff on my phone. But my best friend at the time wanted to go into jail. One day we was eating, and he was like, I'm so proud of you, Angel. You trying to make something out of yourself. You trying really, really hard, and I just want you to know I'm proud of you. And I was like, well, I'm really worried about this drug test because I previously used to smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? So, and they told me the hair follicle go back 3 to 4 months. So I was kind of, skeptical about it. And Dale told me what's for you is for you. He said, I know God didn't allow all these opportunities and blessings to come your way just for a door to shut in your face because you're doubting your drug test gonna come back dirty. So he was like, I think you'll make it through. He said, I really think that this trucking opportunity is for you. So I was like, I appreciate that. We eating our food, and the spirit just talked to me and said, he gonna go to jail, right? And at first I thought it was the enemy saying something, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I have a gift to hear. Like, I don't have the gift to see, but I have the gift to hear. So sometimes the spirit will tell me stuff, but I have a spirit of discernment to know what's counterfeit, what's not. But I couldn't feel that it was the enemy saying that. It was just something told me that he's gonna go to jail, and I'm like, why would he go to jail? And the spirit said, because where I'm taking you, I need him out the way. I kid you not, my first week in school, I think the 3rd, 4th day, he went to jail. My drug test came back negative for my urine and my piss, so that was fine. But I was like, dang, how I'm gonna not? That was my food supply. That was my support. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I'm gonna get back and forth to school. I don't know how I'm gonna eat. So I had to talk to Mr. Phil, and Mr. Phil told me, well, I could give you a certain amount to last you or whatever. And he's like, how much you think you need? So I told him, just give me whatever you think your heart is willing to give. I said, I just don't want to take from you and you thinking I'm just begging for money. I'm really going to school. He said, I believe you. He said, you don't have to prove anything to me. He was like, I just want to make sure that you make it to school every day, because I don't need you to get kicked out for absence. So he sent me bus fare. He sent me food, money for food. When I tell you guys, I had to eat out of cans. Like, I had to buy like ravioli, little microwave dinners, and eat them cold. Like the microwave dinners that don't have to go in the refrigerator. Like canned goods and stuff like that. I had to survive. I had, like I said, bathe from a bucket. I had to get up 4:30 every morning. I had to be up at 4 o'clock, get ready by 4:30, walk to the bus stop, catch the bus at 4:45, get downtown at 5:15, catch that 5:30 bus, and get to the school property by 5:45. And long story short, the instructor of the pad, which means he's instructor over all the instructors that maneuver for the pad where the trucks are being maneuvered at. He asked me one day, he was like, I see you come up here every day. You the first student here. Why are you here so early? And I was like, because I have to catch the bus. And if I don't catch the bus early and I catch the bus near time for me to be in school, I'll be late. So he was like, where do you stay? So I told him where I stay. He was like, if I could find you a ride, would you take it? And I was like, most definitely. Long story short, one of the instructors stayed 10 minutes away from me. So she offered to pick me up and drop me off home. And I ain't have to give her no gas money or nothing. She said, just promise me that you will graduate. And I would never take her to these people's house because I didn't want her to know how I live and where I live. Long story short, I had to tell the couple that was living there that, okay, Dale's been having me here. And it was like, oh, we know. We know that you was living back there. And I was like, oh, what? I'm sorry. They had to have me say, it's okay. You're not a problem. You haven't caused a problem for us. When you do come in, we see you go back there. You stay in the shade. You don't come out. You don't bring company over or nothing. So I had told them my situation and what I'm doing. So I was like, get me to this such date. I'm supposed to graduate. And it was like, yeah, you're more than welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Long story short, y'all, I survived. I kept surviving. I go to school every day. Nobody knew what I was going through. Nobody knew I was homeless, staying in the shed, none of that. I studied hard. I worked hard because I was determined this is my last chance to get myself out of this pit. And I cannot slack. I stay up late night studying for my pre-trip. My freaking permit test, all that. I passed my permit test, the air brakes, combinations, and the general knowledge in one try. Passed that, aced that mug. I did good on the pad. Long story short, when I graduated, I got my CDLs. I got sent off to Atlanta. Packed my bag, got my rental, and I ain't been back since. And that's why I be on the road 2-3 months at a time, because I am determined that I will never go back to where I came from. So that is my story. I know it's short, it's sweet. It's a lot of things I could have told, but like I said, I don't know how long my videos would record. And on top of that, I really got to get some sleep. But yes, that is my story of my journey that led me to trucking. And sorry if I don't give eye contact that much during this video, because it's like going down memory lane. And as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, like, I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but I thank God. I give it all to God, because my family wasn't there. My dad, my mom, my brother, sister, cousins, blood to me, people I have bent over backwards for, was not there for me. And they knew my situation, never came for me. But it's crazy. When I got myself together, my family is so proud of me. and I'm helping them with their problems, helping them pay their bills. And finally, I had to pray and be like, God, if I keep looking out for others, I will never get to where I want to be in life. So I just put it in my mind, and God forgive me if I'm wrong, I had to put my family on the back burner, because when I went through my trials and tribulations, and I went through my hard crisis, none of them there, and I had to go through the fire alone. God had shedded everything off me, and people disappeared, people turned their back on me, but I knew God had to get me by myself, by getting all distractions and people that were no good for me out of my circle, out of my life, out of my path, and it was just me and him one-on-one. And I made that promise to this day, that it would be nobody but me and God, because God be the glory. The reason why I am the way I am, and I am where I am, is because of God, nobody else. Yes, God brought people into my life to help me along the way, and I thank them to this day. I keep in contact with them to this day, because I don't want them to think that, oh, I don't need you now, oh, I'm on my feet now, oh yeah, you know. No, I check up on them, ask how they doing. I do apologize if I don't hit them up every day, and they understand, because I try to show people appreciation, that I haven't forgotten that who was there for me and who wasn't. Do I have hatred for anyone in my past that have done me wrong or have turned their back on me? No. I forgave them. I moved on in my life. I'm just staying focused on my purpose. And I know what my purpose is. And I'm slowly trying to work towards it. You know, God has told me so many times, things that you go through and that I allow you to go through is not just for you. It's to help others. And I'm not going to sit here and hold all this knowledge and wisdom and understanding that God has given me and hold it for myself. No, I have to give God the glory by letting other people know that if you just open up and give him a chance. I'm not saying that I am a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm not saying I'm a Jesus lady, I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying what I know and what I believe in. I do believe in God, I do believe in Jesus. I just never gave Jesus and God the time, because I was so focused on what I need to do, not knowing that I needed to get out my way and allow God to come in and give me guidance and give me instructions and the answers that I seek for. Because everybody think they got it all together when they know not that they do, because nothing is possible without the Father. And I know for a fact that he put me in this truck because I'm going to come across a lot of people. I'm going to help a lot of people. I'm going to break chains in my family. I'm going to break curses, generational curses in my family. When I tell you, in the beginning, I always felt like an outcast in my family. I always been the black sheep in my family. And I always been a loner. I always have. I always been that type that I try to fit in and wanted to be accepted, you know, wanted to be adored, seeking in the world, seeking acknowledgement and love in the world. And I come to a point now that this world means nothing to me. This world can't give me nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm driving this truck, I give God the glory every day. I appreciate life for what it is and what it has to offer me. And I know I live my life day by day doing the right thing, keeping a positive mindset, and staying focused, you know. But I'm not going to keep this video long, because I am very exhausted and I am very, very tired. I'm already expecting to get all type of comments on this video, you know, but it is what it is. It's been bothering me for a while, and God has been nagging me about it for a while. You know, when are you going to do what I have asked you? And I can't continue to be disobedient, because I notice when I kind of put off what God wants me to do and say, okay, I'll do it later. Oh, just give me time. It's like I feel the enemy creeping up on me. I start to feel shook. I start to feel out of place. I start to feel like my vibrations, my energy, my everything is just dying, slowly dying down. I start to get frustrated for no reason. Like, it's hard to explain, y'all. Like, it really is. And I was praying earlier and talking to God. I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Like, what is going on? I feel like my energy is low. My spirit is being shook. It's like a lot of things is shifting. Like something's trying to get me out of my comfort zone. He said, it's me trying to get you out of your comfort zone. Because how many times I'm going to ask you, when are you going to do what I ask you to do? And I have learned it's a difference between knowing and doing it anyway versus not knowing and doing it, if that makes sense. How can I rephrase this? When you know better, and I mean know better, and you still choose to do it, you would be punished 10 times more than a person that does not know. And hopefully somebody in this video, if you understand that phrase, just put a praying or whatever, just blue hearts, or just a praying symbol in the comments. Because I don't know if I'm the only one, but it's like me knowing the truth and me knowing certain things and being awaken on certain things. Because when God wakes you up from a deep sleep of death, just walking dead, and he wakes you up, it's like you see things in a different perspective. It's a different image. You start to see the details in the picture. Like you start to see the meaning of every little thing. And it's like that's a part of knowing. So once you know and you still choose to do after God has revealed things to you, oh my God, that's a butt whooping that you do not want. I totally understand the rod and thy staff. One is to yoke you back into where you need to be with God, and one is to whoop your behind when you get out of line. I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be in that position. I have been there. I have reaped my karma. So when God really shook my spirit this morning, I said, okay, I'm gonna post it. I'm very tired and I'm very exhausted, but I will post it, Father. I will really post it. I do have more stories to tell. Like I said, this one is just gonna be short and sweet. I have met a couple of people that have watched my videos that actually work for the same company that I work for. And it was funny. I was at the terminal. They just popped up. It was like, oh, I know you. You're Angel from YouTube. I was like, yeah. And she was like, when are you going to post your video, your story? I can't wait. And I'm like, I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it. Just give me time. I've just been working very, very hard. And y'all just don't understand. Trucking can be very tiresome. But yeah, that is my story. Oh, and this is my new baby, Lexi. Say hi, mamas. Say hi. Say hi. My Xena is home. She's with my dad. I just gave her to my dad. So I went and got a blue nose. She's 4 months old. Her name is Alexis, but I call her Lexis for short. She's 4. And I'm going to give y'all a better update in my next video, because I bought a Bluetooth speaker. So I play my music through that. And I actually kind of changed up some things. So I'll post another video very soon. I probably will post it when I do my 34, which is like today's what, Monday? I'll post the video probably like Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning. Y'all see it. Just hit the little bell and y'all see it. But anyway, I need to go ahead and get me some sleep because I am very, very tired. And I could tell when I was telling my story, it was just scattered all over the place. And I really ain't got any sleep. Yes, I smoke cigarettes. Do not judge me. I smoke cigarettes, honey. I got to. I can't smoke reefer no more. You know what I'm saying? Then my vape is, I gotta get the thing changed. So I just bought, I just bought 6. So when I go do my 34, I'm gonna get this changed so I can start back vaping, because these, I ain't gonna lie, these are killing me. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed and prosperous day. If y'all have any questions, feel free to post in the comments. If y'all have any type of topics y'all would like to talk about, whatever, just leave them in the comments. If y'all don't know by now, I always read comments and I try to reply as much as I can and as soon as I can. I love you guys. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for watching my videos. Thank y'all for commenting. Thank y'all for just supporting me in so many ways and just being a little entertainment when I'm out here by myself, because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes trucking can be lonely, just a little bit, but I'm a big girl, you know. But anyway, I'm about to go, you guys. I'm exhausted. Bye till next time.